Well, as you know, my last fight was back in December. Then during the months of January and February, I was resting a little bit. I had a bit of time away through an injury, recovering from that. But since March, I've really been training, giving it my all. I've not been playing PlayStation or going to the Champions League, watching other events like, you know, some of the others. I've been really training. So I'm concentrated. I think everyone's been able to see that. It's been probably one of the best camps in my career, and obviously I'm ready to get the job done this time around.
The heavyweight division just got a whole lot more intense. Ciryl Gane has sent a shocking warning to Tom Aspinall ahead of their upcoming clash, and fans can't stop talking. Gane, known for his calm demeanor and technical striking, has turned up the heat, and he is coming straight for the belt. With two of the most athletic heavyweights in the world about to collide, this isn't just a fight, it's a statement.
Finally, Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane to fight, because Ciryl Gane, he's a very big athletic heavyweight, right? Like, yeah. He's got some good wins. And I just want to see Tom Aspinall more active. I feel we've lost a couple years of seeing him active, and I'm excited for him just to get out there and just fight, just to see him fight.
I still think there's a very good possibility that Tom Aspinall stands and knocks him out once again. Or he might be careful, because Ciryl Gane being athletic, and he throws a lot of standing hammer fists, which is crazy for Ciryl to do. He's got beautiful footwork, he dances around, nice head movement, he's very quick. I think Cyryl's probably the better athlete. I think he's got more agility, and he's probably faster all round, and maybe even better reflexes. But
Ciryl Gane isn't here to talk. He's here to take what he believes is his. Ahead of his showdown with Tom Aspinall, the French heavyweight made it clear that his eyes are locked on one thing only: the belt. Gane says this camp has brought out a different version of him, which is sharper, hungrier, and more focused than ever. He's tuning out the noise, ignoring the hype, and zeroing in on his craft. With elite movement, world-class striking, and a mindset fueled by pure determination, Gane promises that this time, fans will see a fighter on a mission, not just to win, but to dominate.
I'm confident for this fight. I don't want to talk of the after the fight. I'm confident for this fight. I want this belt, and I do my best during the camp for that. But everybody knows my strength already. I can move very well. I can manage the distance very well. My striking is a high-level striking, and so I'm gonna manage this. I do this for me. Like the target is the belt, and I'm not focused on the social media, the people outside. I'm really focused on my family, my friend, my team, my goal, my target, and training. This is a different mindset.
But on the other side of the octagon, Tom Aspinall couldn't care less about titles or labels. He just wants the fight. For him, this isn't about gold. It's about settling a score that's been years in the making. Both men entered the UFC around the same time, and this clash has been quietly building ever since. Calm, confident, and razor-focused, Aspinall says he's done talking. All that's left is to step in, throw down, and prove who truly rules the heavyweight division.
Obviously, you've defended your interim title once already. Do you feel like this is your second title defense, or is the interim belt and the actual belt different for you?
To be honest, I don't really care about belts and stuff. I just care about my next fight. Cyryl's my next fight, he's the guy I'm focused on. This fight's been simmering for a long time, do you know what I mean? We both got in the UFC around the same time. We've been talking about this fight for a long time, so I'm just ready to fight this guy already and take him out.
For Aspinall, though, this isn't just another fight. It's a buildup of a year of non-stop work and relentless preparation. He admits there are plenty of names in the division, but right now, none of them matter except Ciryl Gane. He's trained without a single break, refining every part of his game, determined to show just how much he's evolved. With Jon Jones retired and the throne wide open, Aspinall isn't distracted by what's next. His full focus is on Gane, the man standing in his way, and the chance to prove he's the best heavyweight on the planet.
For Tom Aspinall, you said you don't really care about the belts, you really want to prove you're the best. Is there any other fighter in the heavyweight division that you feel you need to beat to prove that you are the best, other than Ciryl Gane?
Yeah, there's lots of guys, man, but I'm the kind of guy who doesn't look past my opponent. I'm very, very serious about this fight. I've been training for the last year without a break. I've had absolutely no breaks. I'm much better now than I was in my last fight, and I want to show that. But as far as other heavyweights and stuff, right now that doesn't really interest me. John Jones is retired, so I don't really have much to say on that, to be honest. So I'm fighting this guy, and this guy's really good, so I'll be as ready as I can be.
Then comes the experts with their opinions, and Michael Bisping didn't hold back his admiration for Tom Aspinall, calling himself a longtime fan of both the fighter and the man. He praised Aspinall's composure, skill, and rapid rise through the heavyweight ranks, but also reminded fans that this next test is no walk in the park. Ciryl Gane, Bisping noted, is an elite mover with exceptional footwork, fluid agility, and some of the cleanest kickboxing the division has ever seen. Technically, he might even edge out Aspinall in the striking department, but as Bisping pointed out, this isn't a kickboxing match. It's mixed martial arts, where one mistake can change everything, and that's exactly what makes this fight so intriguing.
It's an incredible fight. I've always said for years that I'm a massive fan of Tom Aspinall. He's a great guy, but he is an incredible fighter. Now, of course, he's fighting Ciryl Gane, a man that moves very well, light on the feet, incredible agility, excellent kickboxing, maybe technically a better kickboxer than Tom. But this isn't kickboxing, it's mixed martial arts.
Bisping continued, making it clear he wasn't trying to discredit Tom Aspinall, just calling it like he sees it. He praised the champ for tearing through the division, knocking out everyone from Curtis Blades to Sergey Pavlovich with frightening ease. Aspinall, he said, is one of the best finishers in the sport, with power, precision, and a complete game. But Bisping warned that Ciryl Gane isn't just another opponent. Calm and calculated, Gane has spent the past year tightening up his wrestling and grappling, the one area that once held him back. If that improvement is real, Bisping believes fans could be in for a razor-close battle between two of the most skilled heavyweights on the planet.
Now, I'm not trying to make a dick out of Tom Aspinall, but when I look at the rankings, Tom Aspinall, obviously the champ, Ciryl Gane, the #1 contender, hasn't fought him, of course. Alexander Volkov, we know that he beat him very, very easy, took him down, submitted him. Sergey Pavlovich, that's when he became the interim champ. Curtis Blades, he's beaten him. But he hasn't fought Jailton Almeida, and he hasn't fought Waldo Cortez Acosta. But who cares? He is the best finisher in all of the sport. He's one of the biggest. He's got massive power. He's got dynamite in his hands. He's got wrestling. He's got a ground game. But Ciryl Gane, I'm telling you, this man is coming for the throne. Ciryl was cool, calm, and collected. He said that since his last fight, which is well over a year ago, I think, maybe last December 2023, maybe I'm wrong. I think he fought Volkov in a very close fight. Anyway, he said that since then he's been working on nothing but his wrestling and his ground game, and of course he's shown in the past, shown a little bit of a weakness, but of course he's going to come back and he's going to get better, and he's going to go Dagestan for 2-3 years forgetting all that shit, right? Tom isn't necessarily going to shoot. I don't think so. Tom, let's remember, Tom's been knocking everybody out. Tom's been starting.
And Bisping doesn't shy away from the real talk. Nothing beats the rush of putting someone to sleep and watching the crowd erupt. Sure, the safest route to beat Gane is to take him down, but this is Cyryl's last big shot at the throne, and he'll be locked in like never before. Still, don't forget Tom's trademark. One clean shot and the lights go out. So while Gane must prove he's fixed his ground game, the thunder in Aspinall's fists means this could all end in an instant.
Everyone. And let me tell you something. Yeah, shooting a double leg takedown and then getting a submission, it's cool, it's nice. But when you, boom, you fucking crack someone and they go down and then the referee dives in and saves them and you jump on top of the cage, that is the best feeling in the world. And Tom has got kind of used to doing that. So when you continually knock everybody out, one after the other, why would you flip the script? Yes, of course, the safest path to victory against Ciryl Gane is to take him down. We saw what John Jones did, right? He made it look easy, right? He embarrassed Ciryl Gane. He really did. And that's why, by the way, I think that makes Ciryl even more dangerous. Remember, he's had 2 title fights. He had one against Francis Ngannou. Let's remember, he turned Francis Ngannou into a wrestler because of the threat on the feet. And against John Jones, he was taken down and finished. This is his 3rd title fight. If Ciryl Gane doesn't get it done this time, that's it. It's over. You ain't going to get a 4th title shot. And if he does, it's insane, right? There's a lot of other contenders. There's a lot of new blood coming through. Okay, so this is the final chance for Ciryl Gane. So he's going to be locked in, he's going to be focused, and he's going to be a very difficult man to deal with. Even still, I still think there's a very good possibility that Tom Aspinall stands and knocks him.
And while Bisping believes Gane will be locked in for the fight of his life, MMA Guru sees things differently. He admits he's all in on Tom Aspinall, and after years of backing him, he's feeling the pressure too. But that's exactly why he trusts Tom. When the stakes are highest, Aspinall rises to the occasion, while Gane has often stumbled in the biggest moments. Smooth and technical or not, Gane's composure has cracked under pressure before, and that's where Guru believes Tom's killer instinct will make all the difference.
But yeah, Tom Aspinall, you know, I'm going to be sweating. I've done a fucking 3 years of propaganda campaigns for him, really put him over, and if he doesn't pull this one off,
he's got to,
then I'm going to worry about it. But there's so much pressure on him.
Yes.
He's one of those few fighters where when there's more pressure, I trust him more.
Yeah.
Because when the stakes are highest, you said this about Patchy Mix, sometimes guys are gym fighters.
Yep.
I think Tom's did the opposite. You know, because sometimes you watch sparring videos of him and I'm like, stop putting out sparring videos.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of weaknesses that I'm seeing and chin up in the air. And I'm like, but in the fight, when it's all... And I think Ciryl Gane might be the opposite. This is why I trust in Tom.
Yeah.
Because Gane is really technical looking, but when the stakes are the highest, he does seem to have his worst showings and make his worst decisions. And Tom seems to be the opposite. So I think it's a recipe for a Tom win.
And while MMA Guru is putting his faith in Tom Aspinall's ability to rise under pressure, Benoit Saint-Denis is betting on his countrymen to change the tide. The French powerhouse believes Ciryl Gane will finally make history as France's first undisputed UFC champion. Having trained and spent time alongside Gane this year, Saint-Denis says he's seen a new level of focus, a calm but relentless fire driving him forward. He praised Gane's unmatched athleticism for a heavyweight and believes that over 5 rounds, his technical mastery and composure will be the difference. For Saint-Denis, this isn't just another title fight, it's a chance to showcase the evolution of heavyweight MMA, and he's confident Gane will rise to the moment.
How do you think he does against Tom?
To be honest, I think we are gonna finally have our first French UFC champion. I think Ciryl, I've been talking with him. I have been taking more time with him this year than the past years, talking and training, and yeah, I think he's ready, and I think he has this fire inside him of wanting to become champion, working out since a long time. He's not talking a lot this past month, but he has been doing a real good job, and he has been working hard, and I do believe he's an exceptional athlete, even for the heavyweight division. And on 5 rounds, I do believe he's gonna beat Tom Aspinall, and I cannot wait to see it, because of course it's gonna be tactical and very high level stuff. But I do believe Ciryl can do it, and he...
Chael Sonnen took a different angle, looking beyond the present and framing Aspinall versus Gane as a defining moment for the future of the heavyweight division, a true crossroads for what comes next. He even floated the idea of Alex Pereira moving up to challenge either man, calling both potential matchups, Pereira versus Aspinall and Pereira versus Gane, blockbuster worthy. Still, Sonnen's message was clear. The fight the world needs to see is Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. No matter how the division unfolds, he believes if Pereira makes the leap and beats one of the top heavyweights, it could set up a mega fight with Jones. In Sonnen's eyes, the spotlight belongs to Aspinall versus Gane right now, but all roads ultimately lead back to Jon Jones, and his confidence clearly lies with Aspinall keeping the crown.
Aspinall versus Gane is a massive transitional fight for the heavyweight division. What happens after it? I liked the idea of Alex versus Tom right now. You want to know what another interesting fight is? Alex versus Ciryl. Alex is not going to beat Uncle Lyle, but we got Alex to light heavyweight in the first place by getting him beat. I believe Alex is in that spot right now. I'm bringing all of this to your attention because right now there's one thing for Jon Jones to do, and that is Tom Aspinall. Regardless of what happens between Ciryl and Tom, if Alex were to move up and beat them, you've now created an opportunity for Alex versus Jon, and that does work. Jon versus Tom is the fight, but Alex versus Jon is the next fight.
And sharing that forward-looking perspective, Henry Cejudo also weighed in, but with a more tactical lens. He views Ciryl Gane as a unique kind of challenge for Tom Aspinall, a heavyweight whose agility and movement set him apart from anyone Tom has faced before. Cejudo doesn't see this being another quick Aspinall finish. Instead, he believes Gane's speed and composure could push the champ into deep waters. For Cejudo, the way Aspinall handles this fight could become the ultimate measuring stick, the performance that decides whether Jon Jones feels compelled to return and reclaim his throne.
Ciryl Gane is somebody that's a big heavyweight that's very agile. I don't think Tom Aspinall gets rid of him right away like he has with other people. And I think that'll be a big indication if Jon Jones wants to come back and reclaim that bout once again.
I think Kamaru Usman also weighed in, calling Aspinall versus Gane the matchup that makes perfect sense for where the division stands. He reminded fans just how dangerous Gane truly is, a heavyweight who moves like a middleweight, seamlessly blending kicks, elbows, and punches with elite precision. But Usman didn't overlook Aspinall's own brilliance either, pointing to his crisp boxing, fluid movement, and knockout power that can end a fight in seconds. For Usman, this bout isn't just about size or strength, it's about two evolved heavyweights redefining what the division can be.
You're absolutely right. Fight that makes sense. Tom Aspinall, Ciryl Gane. Let's make that happen. Ciryl Gane is, people forget how fantastic he is. A guy that can kind of float around the octagon, touch you, kick you, hit you with elbow. He's just a complete game. But man, Tom's movement, his boxing, speed, and his power, it's very, very difficult to doubt this man anymore.
So how do you see this fight going? Does Tom Aspinall keep the crown, or does Ciryl Gane finally bring gold home to France? Drop your predictions in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more fight updates.